with me, Joe from Time Tea Designs. I hope you're doing really, really well. I am just checking that we're all up and running. So I just need to quickly do my usual checks. See if you can see me live. Oh, there I am. Make sure there's no sound, but you can hear me, but you don't need to hear me twice. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you're doing really, really well. The weather here outside is pretty shocking, I have to say, and I'm a little bit chilly at the moment, but hopefully a bit of vigorous crafting will warm me up. You've probably seen in the title that I'm going to be making a leaving card tonight. That's my plan anyway. I have no other plan, so I don't know what we're going to do to create this this masterpiece of a card, but I'm sure something will come to us. I'm going to flip to the overhead already because I have a friend with me. Hello Michael, how are you? Obviously we just need to give everybody a chance to join us, but I do have a little friend with me at the moment who is trying to help out, so let's flip to the overhead. So this is the back end of Arnie, his big fluffy tail. Look at you, aren't you gorgeous? Yes, you are. So yeah, he's what is it? Is it Maisie? I'm confused. You look like Arnie. Yeah, you are. You've got your whiskers. So yes, so he's he's making himself very comfortable here on my desk, which is not really going to help me do any card making, is it, Arnold? No. Would you like to come and sit on this chair next to me instead? Maybe that would be better. Hello, Shani. How are you? Claire Bruny's here again. Good evening. All my order came today. Thank you so much. I love my new things. Oh, I'm so pleased it got to you. And in time for tonight's crafting live. That's amazing. So will you be crafting along with us, or are you just watching tonight and then you're going to have a good weekend at it doing some crafting? Thank you for that, Annie's just moved onto the chair next to me so we can we've got a bit of space now to do some crafting. Yeah, you settle down there. So I do like it when he comes to join me, though. It's nice to have a bit of company next to me. So so I'm so pleased to have you guys with me this evening. If you if you've got anything that you want to see, let me know. But otherwise, I think I'm just going to have a little route around some of these images that I've previously coloured and die cut, and see which one of these. See, the lots of luck might be quite good, because you would wish somebody luck, wouldn't you, in a new job? So that could be a good one to do. So yeah, actually, I might do that. That's a pretty good idea. Obviously, I've got my pastel papers, so I might utilise those as well. So yeah, that actually might be ideal. I'm just going to have a quick look as well. Bear with me. Well, I'll have a little route through some of my stamps here. So I've not really done, like I said, I've not done any prep about this at all. Sorry for your loss. Get well soon. So proud of you. Happy anniversary. So there's no sorry you're leaving, particularly in that one. I don't think I've got that in any other stamp set. So I think wishing somebody lots of luck in their new adventure will be really good. So I think I'm going to do that and use that for our card. And then what I might do on the inside is I might use some of our alphabet stamps to maybe do my own bespoke sentiment on the inside to say lots of luck in your new job, or yeah, I could make a separate little sub-sentiment that says lots of luck in your new job, in your new role, or it could be in your retirement, or yeah, and sorry you're leaving on the inside. So I might use those for that because I think that would be quite useful. I've also given myself an idea now that I possibly need a sorry you're leaving card sentiment. So sorry if I just have a drink there. So Michael's asking, what new item have you brought out? Well, we brought out loads recently. We've had our spring release at the end of March. Here are some of the die cuts from those stamp sets. So we've got the Queen for the Day stamp set with these cute little kittens having a pamper day. We've got You Are the Best, pun on all our little cute little sheep and the little ram there. And then we've got some little moles. So we've got the I Dig You stamp set. We've got some lovely daffodils in the Darling Daffodil set. And then this one is, we've got the die, the huge Lots of Luck die. And then we've got the lucky, go on, tell me what it's called, everyone. You all know what it's called. In fact, I've got the stamp set up here. It is, it might just be the Lots of Luck. Good Luck Critters. There you go. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But yeah, the Good Luck Critters. I've no monkeys, no. But do you know what? I do have a couple of designs that I have had for a while that I've been working on that may have monkeys. We've also got some standalone dies like the window die here. We've got stencils. We've got the layering stencils here. We've got this lovely backdrop for the stitch die. That's the Lots of Luck sentiment that I need. For this, we've got a fence die there as well. What else have I got? And then I've got also the stencil for the Dig It, for those cute little moles. So, but I think today, I'm probably going to use, I don't know, I might use actually I might use a stencil, or I might just use my patterned papers. I haven't quite decided yet. We'll have a little play with the design. Where's my, what did I just do? Oh, it's there in front of me. What a silly sausage. So let's have a little play with the designs. Laura's here. Hello, Laura. She says, love these daffs. I've coloured so many and none have made it onto a card yet. I just keep colouring more. I love that though, because that's one of the great things about stamps, isn't it? Is that you can stamp them out loads of times and just use them as a, I guess an adult colouring guide, and just have fun colouring them in. You don't have to make them into anything if you don't want to. The amount of fun that I've had just colouring these guys in and die cutting them, I mean, I don't need to make anything out of them myself, but it seems a shame not to, doesn't it? So we've got the sentiment Lots of Luck, which I love, and I love this this rainbow as well. So I'm thinking of possibly having the rainbow across the bottom there, which I think is going to look really cute. And then we've also got, obviously, all of these cute little images and our little shamrocks, or four-leaf clovers, as you would call them. So we've got the little cat, and it's really nice to be able to pop them over the O, because you can still read the sentiment. I think the sentiment still works, but you've got that cute little character. We've got this guy here, he could be holding on to something, or we've got the little mouse here with the lucky horseshoe, which would be very cute. And I'm considering whether I might make this a slightly larger card today. But no, I think this is going to look so sweet. How cute is that? I love that. That's really cute. I'm loving that. Okay. I love this. And then you've got the sentiments, you see, wishing you lots of luck and I believe in you. I think that's a really nice little sub-sentiment to have on there. I believe in you. I mean, that's just perfect, isn't it? Now this, in terms of a card, could come together super, super quick. Let's have a little look, see. What colour do I want to cut this out of? And do I want to do an ink blended background on here? Because I think that's going to look really nice. Just as a bit more of a subtle backdrop. Rather than the patterned paper, but then we can do something else, I feel. So we could have him on there and then him there. I think maybe just the two characters for this one. And then I've got the other two characters here, which we might be able to pop onto a different card. Right, okay. I'm going with it. And I love the pastel colours that we've got going on in the background here, so I might pull on some of those colours for my sentiment, but there's all little fluffy bits from Arnold. Get my stencils together here. Jane's saying, Laura, I'm the same. I've got 2 bunches of daffodils coloured and ready to go on a card. Love that. And Laura says she's still learning about alcohol markers. It seems to be a great image for practice on. I do think it's a nice one to practice, like all the shading and the layering and then the blending. They are lovely. I'll show them again in case anybody's not seen them. So this is the larger image of the daffodils. Daffodils, I think, are one of my favourite flowers. And I should say that I came home tonight after being out all day. And not only has he made me my dinner when I've got in, but he'd also bought me a bunch of tulips and a bunch of daffodils, which is absolutely gorgeous because I love both of those flowers, are my favourites. So, but yeah, and you get in the set, you also get the little butterflies as well, which I think are really cute. So, and you can put them on any of your cards. You don't have to obviously just use them with those. So this is the Flirty Flowers stencil, which is easy for me to say. So the Flirty Flowers stencil, I'm going to do a few little of the, because they almost look like the little 4-leaf clovers, you see, that's why I'm going to go with it. And I'm going to be very obvious and use the Lucky Clover Distress Oxide ink because, again, it just seems perfect, doesn't it? So, and I think all I'm going to do is do just a soft cover of this in the background. So I'm not really going to go too heavy with the colour. Just going to keep it quite pale, almost, and let it drift off into nothing. So the majority of the colour will be in the middle. And I'm doing this directly onto my card base. So we'll just do a bit of colour. There we go. Oops. And let's take off the stencil. See, and now we've got this softer edge around the outside there. But we've got a bit more intense colour in the middle, which I think is cool. My image on Facebook is frozen. I don't know if that has for anyone else, but hopefully you can all see. Annalisa says hello, and what a lovely thing for Ant to do. He is very lovely, isn't he? Bless him. There we go, we're back up and running. If you do freeze for whatever reason on Facebook, just exit and then come back in again, and it should pick it back up. It's just sometimes there's a little bit of a lag. I always blame Ant for mine because whenever he comes anywhere near me with his phone or whatever, mine seems to freeze. So do let me know if you're having any troubles viewing anything. if there's anything that you know, if you're having any freezing. Hopefully you can all see me and hear me okay. Give me a shout if not, because I seem to also have got a frozen screen still. So I'll just give my stencil a little bit of a clean up here. And then we can move on to figuring out what we're going to do with that that sentiment, because I'm thinking I might do it in either the pink or the yellow. The yellow's quite nice. I do quite like the yellow, but pink is always nice as well. So yeah, I think I might try the pink. So let me just grab some pink. Have a bit of pink here, which I think might be pretty much the perfect colour. And what I will probably do is maybe add a little bit of my own pinkiness to it. So put that to one side. I need my die. I think this is going to, it's probably going to have to go through my big machine. Let's have a look. Size of my plates. Yeah, it does, it's a little bit larger than my plates. So I'm going to have to put it through my big machine, which is fine. It's just a bit noisy. So I'm just going to cut this out. Now this is like 170 GSM, I think, this card or paper. So it's not the thickest. So what I'm going to do is I am going to back this with some fun foam. So just bear with me while I die cut this and make a little bit of a noise over here. Alice says, I have my office window open. It's 19 degrees, it's sunny. It's a beautiful day. Well, you deserve that because you've had some awful weather, haven't you, over winter. So you're now getting some nice weather. We're still getting the horrible grey, drizzly downpours here. So not so good here just yet. But I'm hoping that come the next bank holiday we might get a little bit of sunshine. It would be very nice. So as mentioned, I'm also going to cut from fun foam, and I'm just going to see if I've got any pieces that are big enough that are already cut. So, oh, not quite big enough. What a shame. Oh, so I'll have to use this bigger piece then. So my smaller pieces are too small. Put those back in there. Right, so we'll pop this through the big machine as well. So just use a bit of washi tape there. Apparently this is a blip and we will return to chilly weather and snow soon, so you're enjoying it. Well done, Annalisa. Yes, enjoy it while it lasts. That's what we have to do here. We have to, if we get a few rays of sunshine, we really have to make the most of it, because we never know when we might see it again. So this is really cool because I've got my sentiment. Just pop that back in there so I don't lose it. So now I've got this this fun foam piece that's cut out. And this is as thick as any of your foam pads might be, or your shaker tapes, those types of things. But it means that you don't have to go to the trouble of cutting out loads of pieces of that. It also means that you don't have to layer up loads of pieces of cardstock, especially if you're working with a thinner cardstock like I am. So I'll add that to there as so, and then that will give me the dimension that I need. But before I do that, I am going to add a little bit of ink to my sentiment, just to give it a little bit of a dimension, I guess, give it a bit more depth. So I'm going to use some Kitsch Flamingo because this is really lovely, and I'm going to use a smaller brush. So this is one of our medium brushes, and I'm just going to go around the edges of my sentiment, just to pick out some of those letters, you know, sort of the edges of some of those letters, so that they pop a little bit more. So we'll just go all the way around kind of those edges, get maybe a little bit into the inside of those O's. And I think that might be enough. You see how that's just made it stand out a little bit more? It doesn't look quite as flat, does it? So that's that. Let's in fact clean this first. So what is everybody else up to this horrible rainy grey evening? I can't believe it's Friday already. I think it's made such a difference, it being a shorter week. So it seems to have flown by since the bank holiday was over. So what has everybody been doing? Have you been back to work, or have you had a bit of extra time off for the Easter holidays? Are you going back to work next week, and are you ready for it? Oh, that looks so cute. Oh, I think that looks really pretty. I love that. And I think I'm going to keep that kind of more in the background, and then our little kitty can sit at the front there. And I think I'm probably just going to keep to the one little kitty, but then have the sentiment, I believe in you. Where shall we put that? Yeah, quite like that there. Or do we have that at the bottom there? I think maybe at the bottom looks quite cute. I'm just having a look at it on screen so that I can see it. I think sometimes it helps just seeing it almost through someone else's eyes, seeing it through the lens. It looks different. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think this is looking really cute. So let's have a look at popping this together. Annalisa says, may I ask who is leaving? Sorry if you've already said. I haven't actually already said. So those of you in the know will know that we have a little HQ place that is where we store all our stock. Sorry, I'm just going to scroll down some of your comments here so I can see everything that you're saying. So yeah, we have a HQ off-site. I'm at home at the moment, so I do most of my crafting from home. Well, all of my crafting from home, but we store all the stock off-site in our premises, about 10-15 minutes away. and it's managed as part of a wider building that hosts different events. It hosts like dance competitions. They have car boot sales there. They have meetings, craft clubs, all kinds of other things go on at this building, and it's based in a village close by called Stocksbridge. The building is called the Venue, and it's been managed for many years by a lady called Julie. But Julie has decided to leave. I believe that she isn't going into another role. She's potentially going to be taking some time out, maybe taking a little bit of an early retirement or a semi-retired post. But she's done such a great job there, and she's been really good to us. And yeah, it's going to be really sad to see her leave, because she's been there for such a long time, and she's obviously been there the whole time that we've been there. So she's been our point of contact. She got us all set up and sorted, and it was so exciting to take it over and, you know, and make it our own. So she was so helpful to us. So yeah, so I wanted to send her a little card to say lots of luck, and sorry that you're leaving us. So I think she'll like this, because it's going to be very cheerful and celebrating her new adventure. So rather than, you know, in a kind more of a negative or less upbeat way, it's more a case of you're going on to have new adventures. It's not the end of something, it's the start of something, isn't it? And this is how lovely to make her a card. Thank you for sharing. Oh, bless you, no problem. Well, this is it. You know, we don't make enough cards for other people. I make cards a lot of the time for you guys, obviously to demonstrate the new products, and so that you can see different ways that you might want to use them. But we often make cards for ourselves and for our own entertainment almost, don't we? Because we enjoy making them. And sometimes I might make a card and I think, oh, that's too pretty to give away. I don't want to give it to anyone. So then I have to make two, because then I've got one to keep. That's come unstuck, so I'm going to stick that back down. It's a bit annoying. Why has it done that to me? So yeah, so I think, you know, it's nice to have a genuine occasion to make a card for someone and let them know that that they will be missed. So that's my sentiment on. Love that. And then my little kitty cat. In fact, I'll do the I Believe in You first, because I'm going to pop that up with some tape. Let me just grab my shaker tape. So I have still got some of my shaker roll left. It is very much in short supply, because we haven't been able to restock this just yet. Hopefully we will do soon. And I'm going to pop that, oops, on the bottom there. I think the great thing about this particular card is that it is quite quick and simple to make. So if you have got someone who, you know, you need to make a card for quite quickly, then this is ideal. You know, if maybe you forgot to get them a card, or yeah, it's been a bit of a last minute thing, then this isn't going to take too much time for you to pop together, is it? So let's do that. So put a bit of tape on here, just so that this one stands up above that O. Oh, that's cute. I love that. I'm loving that. Absolutely loving that. Let me just have a look in here. I have thinking I might put some. I don't know whether maybe to put a few of our little bubbles on the background here because I think they're cute. Or maybe a different colour. No, I think the clear ones would be much better on here. So let's grab a few of these because I do love one at the top there. Yes, just push that a little bit behind that that sentiment. Let's go with I'll go with a medium sized one next. Pop that one there, and then put a larger one under his tail, just there. And then we'll do a little one just here. That's quite cute. And then another little one just there. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Just a little bit of something. You don't have to add it, but I just think it looks nice. Claire, hello. How are you this evening? Claire says, I make loads of cards but don't have many people to give them to. Most of mine go to charity. But that's lovely. That's at least somebody is getting them and benefiting from them. Plus you're also getting the joy of having made them, aren't you? And Lisa is agreeing that she finds some of her cards hard to part with. And that's why I think sometimes it is just fun to make a couple of them, because then you can give them away without feeling bad that you're not going to see them again. And also take lots of photos, because that's also a good way of remembering the cards that you love, because you might want to repeat, maybe not the exact card, but maybe the style of the card, or there might be some feature of the card that you think, yeah, I'm going to go back to that and do that again. So I'm just adding some highlights to these letters, because I think again this just makes them pop that little bit more. Matches up with the images that I've coloured, because I've done little highlights on my character as well, so it all kind of works together. So that's all that it really needs. How good is that? So that was super quick. So shall we try making another quick one? We're only half an hour in. Let's see. Do you think we could crack out 2 cards in one night? What do you think? It's unheard of. Shall we try it? Why not? So, and this is the great thing about if we can do some really quick cards, they're always handy to have, aren't they? 30 minutes in, I know, super fast. I don't think I've ever done a card that fast on a live. But you know what it is? The reason why we've been able to do it that quickly really is because we've already had our images coloured in and stamped. So the rest of it was really quite simple to do. That simple stencil background. We've then had the lots of luck just cut out of some cardstock, and Bob's your uncle. You're away, aren't you? So I'm loving that. So I've got an idea for this to make this super simple as well. So shall we have another go? See if we can do another card. I'm excited. Claire says, is Friday going to be the new night for crafting from now on? I believe so, Claire. I am feeling that it's working for us. So I think we should go for it and see how it goes. I'm confident that this can work for us. It's an evening slot, which I think is easier for people to come to, and it's also works for me individually as well, which is handy. So yeah, the time might vary ever so slightly depending on the way things go, because it was a little bit tight to get on for 7. So we'll see if we might have to make it 7:30 potentially, just to give me a little bit more time. Claire says, yippee, should be free most weeks. Excellent. So, my thoughts with this one is that I'll use some of my pattern paper here. And I might use one of these, oh, I love the stripes though. How pretty are those stripes? And I love this kind of plaid gingham lovely thing. We've got the polka dots, we've got the clouds, but I think I'm loving these ditzy little florals. The green would work really well because obviously it's that sort of greeny thing, but I like this fresh yellow. I think I'm going to go up. This yellow's talking to me, although does it clash a little bit with the should we go with the pink, so we've got a bit more of an opposite to the yellow of the horseshoe. Yes, right, decision made. I don't like to always go for pink because I do tend to just gravitate towards pink, but we'll see. So I am going to use this as a little bit of a backing. So I don't know quite whether to do maybe do it on a bit of a slant. So I'm just having a play with my composition here. So this is one of the things that you might see me do and you might do yourself, is to have a little play with the composition. And I'm thinking to have this on maybe a bit of a slant. You could also have just a border down the side. You could cut a curve or you know, maybe a hill into there if you wanted to, or we could just do it straight across. So lots of different ways of doing it, dead simple as well. And then we've got our little critters here. So we've got the little cat here, which I think I'm going to get him to hold on to this horseshoe. And then we've also got the little guy here with his little 4-leaf clover. So we could have these two little guys here. We also have some of these little go on, 4-leaf clovers. I keep wanting to say shamrocks, but they're not. They're actually just 4-leaf clovers is what they are. And we've got a few of those, and I have already where's my little bag of tricks that had them all in. What did I do with it? There they are, look. So I've got the two different sizes here that we can then use as a little bit of embellishment. So we might do a couple more of those as well, just to create some little embellishments. And then for our sentiment, obviously we've got the things like "You're my lucky charm," so lucky to have you as a friend, I'm wishing you lots of luck, which I think that for what we're doing the card for, I think that one's really going to work, isn't it? So, but I feel like I might want to stamp that maybe onto a different colour of cardstock, maybe our pink again, although it is a slightly different colour pink. So we might go for some, maybe just the black and white, just so that it pops from our white background a little bit more. So yeah, I think I will do that. For this, I think I'm going to go with a straight background, you know, but I'm going to cut it out first of all with my layering dies here, based on kind of the size that I want. So I'm going to use the largest. Whoops, I've fallen out. I'm going to use the largest of the dies here. And oh goodness, why did I make that so complicated for myself? And I know that I only want kind of this amount of cardstock, really. So let's have a little weigh in. Yeah, that's about right. I'm doing a little bit more than I actually need, because I'm going to make it a little bit smaller myself. I'll show you that, what I mean by that, in a second. So I'm not wasting all of my cardstock here, all my paper here, so by doing it this way. mixing machine. So that's my little piece of patterned paper. So again, patterned paper can make scenes come together so quickly, because I'm going to pop this on the bottom of here. I don't want it to go quite as high as this, because if I pop my little critter there and then we have the sentiment just there, probably do want it to come down just a little bit more. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear, and I'm going to tear kind of against the grain, if you like, so that you can see some of this white. So I'm tearing it so in such a way that I'm going to get that white edge showing. And if you don't like quite what you've done, you can, you know, just keep tearing away at it until you get a nice little rough edge like so. And then I can pop that onto here, and then my little critter is going to dance along there with the little mouse. And that could be me and Aunt wishing her lots of luck. So cute. So pop those up there. I'm going to pop this onto some tape and get this in place, get my little critters in place, and then we'll work on that sentiment. So let's turn this around, get my scissors, and I'm going to pop one at the top there. You could, if you wanted to, do similar to what we did with the large sentiment on the other card. You could pop some a bit of fun foam along the back of there and cover up the whole piece if you wanted to, but I'm just going to use my lovely foam tape, and then I'm going to line that up onto there. There we go. Lovely. And for my little cat, I am going to add a little bit of glue to his paw. There. Now this cat here, you can obviously use with our other sets and put other things in his paw. So this is why I left him without a permanent fixture, because then you can use him with some of our other sets and maybe add maybe flowers to the paw. We have ones with food. You could add food to his paw, and he could get involved in all kinds of different scenes, couldn't he? So these little guys are going to sit on here, which I think is adorable. And then I'm going to, like I say, I think adding a few of these little 4-leaf clovers, dotting these around in the background, is going to look really nice. And I think also having some down here as well, like embellishments, is going to be really lovely. So I think I need to stamp out a few more of those so that we can make that work. Let me just see if I've got any scrap cards somewhere looking about. What have we got in here? I think these are all just cards, so they're no good to me, are they? Not now. So let's see what we got here. Nope. What's in here? Yeah, this looks possible. Yeah, just need some little scraps of card, really, don't we? Because it's we're only doing some very small images here, and I also need some black. So I've still got this little guy to make a card with, and we also have these sentiments here as well. So I'm going to pop these back in my little envelope there so I don't lose them. I might pop these guys down because I'm going to add a little bit of tape to the top of them and then some of the just ordinary glue on their bums. So let's see, just need some on his head here and then a little bit on the top of the, and then the rest. Actually, that's all needs putting, needs a bit of raising, doesn't it? So I'll put that on there, like so. Oh dear, a bit too much on there. So now you can see a little bit of it. So let's just trim that off. Yep, that'll work. And then for this little guy, just a little bit on his head. I think should work. Yeah, that works just fine. Claire says, when is the Moles Dig You stencil coming back in stock? At the moment, I don't know is the honest answer. I don't have an order in at the minute. So it will come back in stock because it's been super popular. I can't at this point just say exactly when, but if you signed up to the newsletter when things come back in stock, I usually try and let you guys know. And I think there's also a notify me option on the website as well now. If not, I obviously was planning on doing that, so I need to get that sorted so that you can just click on that and you'll know. Now I feel like I've done him too close together now. Shall we see if we can extricate him? I bet I can't because probably because the glue is probably going to set. Oh no, we're all good. We're all good. So let me do this. So this is another good thing to do, is to just do them kind of at the same time so that you know that they're not going to clash with each other. I want them quite close together, but not really overlapping each other too much. There's a very big mouse next to the little cat, isn't he? But I still think it works. So black cardstock as well I needed, didn't I? So let's grab my black cardstock here. I've got a nice strip there that will work very nicely, I think. And we'll just cut a bit of that off. And get my stamp block. I don't want to lose those because we're going to use those. I'm going to do 5, 8, maybe 8 altogether. So I need to do another 5 and I need to do my sentiments. So stamping block. And we'll get 1, 2, 3. I'll do all 3 of these at the same time because it's easier. And we'll just stamp those onto there. And then I think I'll probably just do the same thing again. There we go, so we've got plenty of those guys. So for my sentiment, let's clean that. And then we're going to have wishing you lots of luck. So we're going to do these in 2 separate lines. So Wishing you, and for a long sentiment like this, it's best just to let it drop because it will go to its natural kind of positioning. Obviously, it's not necessarily going to go on there straight, just because if you're not lining it up straight initially, then it is going to. So that's why having the lines on your acrylic works really well. So I am going to grab my anti-static tool and we're going to get this nicely covered so that we don't have any nasty anti-static. And then I need my embossing ink pad and plenty of lovely ink onto there, and then we'll do wishing you lots of, give that a good stamp and a roll, and then we'll do the same with look, and just do that a little bit further along just so that we've got enough room to die cut, and that should be both of those done. Need a little bit of scrap paper and my fine embossing powder. I've not done any heat embossing for quite a while on a live, so this is good. So we used to do this all the time, didn't we? So I'll just give that a little tappity tap, get rid of any excess. I've got a little smoosh there, but I'm not going to worry about that too much because when I come to die cut it, most of that will die cut off. So that's the other good thing about having the dies for your sentiments, that you're not having to worry too much about finding a die that, first of all, a die that's going to work for you in terms of cutting it out, but also if you do have any like residue around the edges, it's not really going to show because you're going to die cut most of that off. So if I cut that in a strip, any errors you'd made would be obvious, but they won't be when we die cut this. So bear with while we make a little bit of a noise. So obviously going to get my heat tool on the go, she says. It's got all tangled up there. I should heat it up a little bit first. And then I'm going to heat from underneath. Just let that cool down a touch. Pop that to one side. We will clean up our stamps. Here, get them nice and cleaned up. The ink is quite sticky, that embossing ink, so it can be a little bit tricky to clean sometimes. So you want to make sure that you have cleaned it all off, because if you don't, then it's going to affect your use of it next time around. So we'll pop these back into place. There we go. And then my images here, which are obviously pretty small. Now I'm going to struggle, I feel, to remember what colours I actually used. So you will have to bear with me. I'm going to grab a few that I think look fairly similar, and then we'll just have a little play. This a little bit too pale green. That one looks bang on. So this is the pale cobalt green YG41. I'm going to use that for pretty much the entire image, but then add a little bit of a deeper green on the inside. I'm not really sure what colour I did use, but I'm sure it will be fine. I do think that's really pretty colour though. That's a bit too yellowy green, so I don't think it was that one. I think it might have been this. Might have been. Yeah, that looks like a good kind of central colour for sure. And this is the G43. What colour is this then? Oh no, that's a bit more of a shall we say. What was that? Was that YG06, did I say? YG05 maybe? Oh no, that's a bit too green perhaps. But yeah, I think maybe those three work, don't they? So, a bit more of the YG06. And we'll use the YG41. Just blend those colours back out a bit. And then right in the centre, let's try this one. So I don't think that any of those are quite dark enough, so which one would I have gone for? Maybe this one. That looks good to me. Lovely. We got there in the end. So the colours that I would probably use for that, if I was going to be doing this again, I would use YG41, YG06, and G09. They're the three colours that I actually ended up using. Oh, they're all upside down. There we go. So they're the three colours that I ended up using for that. I think they're as near as damn it as they say. So put those back. So now we can do a little bit of die cutting. So I'm just going to clean up my cardstock here, get rid of all of that anti-static powder, and now that way you can see just how clear that looks now once we've buffed all that away. So dies, we have the dies in here are for each one of our little 4-leaf clover images. I can get my fingers around them. So, and I mean the size difference is not much, but you do still have to get it right, if that makes sense. So and then we've got wishing you lots of luck. So that one's definitely for the luck. And the wishing you, I think, must be that one. So you can usually tell by the shape. If you just look, you know, study them a little bit, you'll be able to work out which one's which. So let's add some washi tape over that to keep that fixed in place, because we really don't want any of these to move from where we've put them, because then that will ruin the die cut effect, because you might end up cutting off a bit of a letter or the wrong shape of your 4-leaf clover. So again, you're just going to move it around until you've found the position that looks like it matches the best. Because these are obviously hand-drawn images, they're not going to be totally symmetrical, so that's why they need to be fit in a certain way. But once you've found, I mean, it's just a matter of just twisting it around until you find it. It will match at some point. You've just got to find the correct match. And like I say, these are not necessarily as they're very similar in size, so it's sometimes a little bit harder to get them matched up. But like I say, once you're there, you're there. So let's try that one. And to get a bit of washi tape up here. And I like to secure it right in the middle there so that I know it's not going to shift around too much. And the same with that one. So these ones, with them being smaller, I can do them on my smaller machine. So we'll pop those little four-leaf clover through first. And then we can position our other three. There's one. So that one should be for this one then. And then do that around. Lovely. And that one. They look so lovely once they've been die cut as well, I think. Just adds that finishing touch to something, to have it neatly die cut. But I'd be interested to know how many of you actually fussy cut or enjoy fussy cutting or use your scan and cuts. If you use your scan and cut for your images, I know sometimes that's something that Annalisa does. Uses a scan and cut. So yeah, tell me what are your preferences? Would you rather have a die, or do you not mind doing a bit of fussy cutting now and again? I don't mind it sometimes, to be honest with you. I find it quite therapeutic cutting out some images. So, but I do love the crisp look of a die, so it's hard. Sometimes I think it can be just as easy and just as quick to do it to fussy cut, depending on the image that you're actually dealing with. But other times I just wouldn't I just think, oh, it's so much easier just to die cut. And easier to die cut than to scan and cut sometimes, because you have to obviously set up the scanner and all of that. I have to use a pick scan mat, because my machine doesn't do the scan and cut. It's an older Silhouette Cameo, so it doesn't do the whole fancy pants scanning and then cutting. So, oh, what am I doing? I need to cut out my sentiment. Here we go. So yeah, so it is from that point of view, I think sometimes I find that a bit of a bind. Whereas I can just grab my little die cutting machine here and just whiz it through this little machine, and I've got a die cut sentiment. Boom, as they say. So let's cut this. Let's take this out and show you what this looks like, because I think this is going to look lovely. And the black, the white with the black behind it looks really nice. Annalisa says that she loves her scan and cut. But I have to say, there is nothing like the beauty of a precise die cut, especially for the sentiments. Yeah, I agree. And then we've got the look there as well. So let's those back on the magnetic sheet so we don't lose them. And then let's assemble our final bits on here. So, like I said, I want like a little collection of these little 4-leaf clover as almost like embellishments. So I think possibly if we were to do something along these lines, wishing you lots of luck. We'd have that there, possibly that one there, and maybe another one. Maybe we'd have one at the top there, maybe, and then one underneath it, something along those lines, and then underneath, for a little bit of balance, a couple underneath, just bringing things maybe around like that. What do we think? That looks quite cute, doesn't it? I quite like that. Claire says she doesn't mind fussy cutting, but I'm not great at it, so I'd rather have a die. That's it. So I think it takes the guesswork out of it, doesn't it, if you have the die. You can fussy cut, and you can be fussy cutting really, really well, and then you just have to make one little snip too far, and you've ruined it for yourself, haven't you? I've got a bit of, that is definitely a bit of Arnold fluff there on my bit of tape. Right, put that on there. So I'm going to put these on first, because then I know where everything else needs to line up. Does that seem like that's in the middle for you? Yeah. I'm going to go with it. And then a little bit on the back of here. And then for the other little embellishments, some of them I think I would quite like to be popped up, but then others I might have flat. So this one I want popping up. I think that one popped up. This one at the top here, in fact I'm going to use my little picky upper, bit of glue just there, and tuck that a little bit behind my sentiment. This one I think can be flat-ski, just there, but then I might pop up you and you. Here I might do flat just there, and then try popping up the other two. Let's see. Kind of wish that I'd popped the other one up now, but we'll see. I popped that one up so I can prise him up. That one. Yeah, just for I don't know, just balance wise, I think it feels a little bit better with that one popped up and that one flat rather than the other way around. Now I'm looking at it. There. And then I think we'll go with probably both of these popped up, but let's see. Once we've got this one on, I'll know if I want to pop up the bottom one or not. Anybody got any plans this weekend? I am intending to just chill a little bit this weekend because Anthony is working and I'm not really, so which is unusual. I know I have got some obviously some time to work to be doing, but other than that I think I'm just going to have a little bit of a chill. So there we go. So I think that's pretty much there. The only thing that I do need to do here is grab my smaller, this is my Note 5 Jelly Roll pen, and I'm just going to add a few little highlights to those that we didn't, because the ones I'd already coloured obviously had a few little highlights put on them. So just to make them match up a little bit, I'll add a few. There we go. And that, I think that's all that this card needs. I don't know whether my sentiment might be a bit wonky, but I'm sure you'll forgive me. So there we've got our second card. That took just over half an hour as well. So we've been on a bit of a roll tonight for the quick card making. I think these have been good examples of how to make some quick and simple cards. If you've already got your sentiments already, your images already coloured, die cut, you can really then make some really lovely quick cards. So, and we got to do a lovely bit of craft in there as well. So we got to have a little bit of play with our papers, with our stencils, with our sentiment dies, with some ink blending, using different bits of dimension as well. So it's been loads of fun to do those, and they come together so quickly, which I absolutely love. Those types of cards are good to have in your, just as an idea in your little bank of ideas, just to go to super quick. Annalisa says she's making gnocchi with a friend. Oh, very nice. That I've never ever tried to make that, but I'm sure you'll have loads of fun, Annalisa. And Emma says that she's got her first agility competition tomorrow, and you're really nervous. Emma, oh my goodness, that sounds so exciting. You must let us know how you get on. You'll be absolutely fine. Just try not to overthink it. Just go with your gut. You've done all of the work. You've done all of your training, so it will be absolutely fine. I'm sure you will 100% smash it. And actually, one of these cards could be for you. Wishing you lots of luck. So this one in particular, I think that lots of luck, and I believe in you. I think that one is also for you. Laura says, love the scattering of clover confetti. That's it, just a little bit of, at different heights and different dimensions makes such a difference, doesn't it? Claire's at work all weekend. Oh, that's rubbish. What do you do, Claire? I hope it goes quickly and without any problems or issues for you, because that's not what any of us want. I think I'm probably going to have to leave you now. I shall just put the camera back on me. Not that you really want to look at me. You'd probably rather look at the cards, but let's see if I can make this work. Hello there. I can see a little paws creeping under my door here, poking under there, wanting to get in. So I believe that I may be wanted outside. So I'll have to go and see what all the fuss is about. We did shut them out because obviously my little helper earlier wasn't really helping very much, was he? So we've shut him out, but now he wants to get back in. So I just realised, looking at myself in the viewfinder, that I look a little bit dishevelled this evening, so I do apologise. Right, so Emma says thank you. Hopefully I won't make a complete idiot of myself. I'm sure you absolutely won't. You'll be absolutely fine. And Annalisa says adorable kitty paws. They are so adorable. They're super cute. So I'm hoping to get lots and lots of kitty cuddles this weekend. That's what I'm totally here for this weekend. So lots of luck in all of what you're doing this weekend. I hope you all have a fabulous one. Like I say, I'm hoping mine's going to be a bit relaxing. So I'm going to go and get all of my mess tidied up, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. There will be pictures of these going on social media and so on. I'll get those done this evening so that you'll be able to see this, and obviously you can watch it again on the replay both on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure to spend this evening with you, and I will see you all again next Friday if I don't see you before. So have a wonderful week. Speak to you soon.